Welcome to another video for Chapter 18. If you remember for Chapter 18-1, I just put the title of the video on the piece of paper. I didn't actually draw anything. I just showed you pictures. Pretty much going to be doing the same thing for 18-2. So let me just title this Debtor and Creditor Nations. Now for this one, I will write a little bit on this page, but not much, okay? And I have to move my camera a little bit, okay? But this goes with this section, okay, in Chapter 18 where it talks about debtor versus creditor nations. You may have heard that the United States is the world's largest debtor nation. This is true. What probably no one has told you is that's not really something you should be worried about, okay? Let me ask you this. Compare me, a 55-year-old middle-aged homeowner, okay, with a job and a family and whatnot, to you. 20 years old, probably not married, probably barely own a car, you're going to college. Who's a debtor and who's a creditor? Okay, or who should be? Well, it's pretty obvious. You should be the debtor and I should be the creditor. Okay, I should be lending money out on net to you. You should be borrowing money on net to finance your future. Nothing wrong with that. But let's think about that a little bit. Do people outside of economics put extra connotations on debtor and creditor? Do they think being a debtor is bad? A lot of people would say yes. Do they think being a creditor is good? A lot of people would say yes to that. But I've just told you that being a debtor is about being young and being a creditor is about being old. So are those people saying being young is bad and being old is good? The thing is, I would say that that's exactly what they're saying, which is why you should think that they really don't know what they're talking about. Well, if they don't know what they're talking about, how should we think about debtor versus creditor nations? Okay, I want to go over here, okay, and emphasize, okay, that people view being a debtor as being bad and being a creditor as being good. So I'll write those down there, okay. But I want to disabuse you of thinking about them that way, and I hope that this lesson stays with you for the rest of your life, okay? Let's think about why you as a young person are a debtor, or are more likely to be a debtor, okay? Let's think about how many ideas you have, and how much money you have. A debtor, like a young person, typically has a lot of ideas, but not much money. Okay? Whereas a creditor has a lot of money, but not enough ideas to spend it on. Okay? When you put it that way, a debtor is an idea-rich person, a creditor is a money-rich person. A debtor is a money-poor person. A creditor is an idea-poor person. Gee, have you ever looked at old people around you and thought, gee, it would be nice if they actually came up with some new ideas about things to actually do? Duh! That's what you should be thinking, okay? Because that is part of the nature of getting older, okay? I'll tell you that much. But it's also absolutely true, and it ends up explaining a lot of why they're a debtor. Now carry that back to the United States. Why is the United States a debtor idea? If you're in the world and you have good ideas, where do you emigrate to? Seems to me lots of people move to the United States with their ideas to try and make money off of them. And they move to the United States because they have enough money or they don't have enough money. Probably because they don't have enough money. The U.S. being a debtor country is a reflection of the fact that this is where people come when they have ideas but not money, okay? And you shouldn't read anything more into it than that. There's no deep moral distinction here about being a debtor versus a creditor country. There's no ethical problems. We could even think of this in terms of U.S. history. When was the U.S. a creditor country? Mostly for the first half or 3/4 of the 20th century. We were exporting money and ideas. We were no longer the hot new place to invest. If you think about World War II and the aftermath, what did the United States do? Invest lots of money in rebuilding Europe and rebuilding Japan. We sent them money because they had more ideas than money, and we sent them money because we had fewer ideas. And what happened? America got kind of stagnant through the 50s and 60s, and by the 70s that started to be a problem. Okay? It has been true for most of my adult lifetime, say going back to the 80s, that the United States has been the place where people come with good ideas. Okay? They bring their ideas, they don't have enough money, they're hoping in America they can make that work, and that makes us a debtor country. This is a hopeful sign for the future, okay, that is often interpreted badly. All right, enough for today. I'll go on with another video at another time. Thanks. Bye.